Hey guys, John Rettinger here. I posted a comment on Twitter and asking my followers what they'd like to see a video on, and I received an overwhelming number of responses asking for applications in the iPhone. So I'm going to show you guys what I have on my iPhone. I did one of these a little while back, but certainly I've downloaded some new apps since then. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and unlock the phone. Slide to unlock. Here is my home screen. It's kind of very simple. I moved my messages icon down to the bottom right, my iPod up to the top. All these here are standard, except for Twitterific, which I use as my default Twitter client. MLB at Bat, which is a MLB application that lets you track all your teams. I'm a big Angels fan, so actually you can get live audio from games. You can get game highlight video. And once 3.0 becomes official, I think you'll be able to get streaming video, which should be really cool. So I'm very excited about that. If you're a baseball fan, it's a must-have. So go ahead and keep going here. I'm not going to show you anything there. It's not that exciting. Bloomberg app for tracking some of my stocks. Skype is a must-have. I did a review on it about a week or so ago. It allows you to make calls over IP. And actually with the 3.0 software, you can actually make calls over 3G. But I assume that will be fixed once 3.0 becomes official. 12C Lite, it is a financial calculator. Very boring, but I did need it. It's a dollar application, so it's nice to have. Go ahead and move that back. AIM, I don't use that very often here. Anonymous, that is just an alternative web browser that I was using just for demo purposes. I'll show you what that looks like. For a little while, Apple allowed some alternative browsers, and there still are some few up there. Essentially, it's just a different version of Safari. It's very pared down, it's very simple. Nothing really that robust. Doesn't work all that well either. We're just fooling around with it. And that's a free download. Bubble Blast is a game, Deal or No Deal. Dial Zero is a free application that is actually very cool. I'm sure you've called any company. Let's say you call AT&T, or you're calling Verizon, you're calling whoever your carrier is, you're even calling Apple. You have to go through a line of automated messages. Thank you for calling. Your call is important to us. Press 1 for customer service, press 2, and all that stuff. I hate going through that. I'm sure you do too. What Dial Zero is, it tells you what prompts to push to actually get to a real person. For a myriad of companies, it's actually very cool. So it queues up online here, and really type the name of the company you want, any of them here. So here are some of the A's. Let's say I want to call Air Canada. I know I've got a lot of Canadian folks that watch the videos. So go ahead and hit it. To get a live person, there's the number you call. Press 1 at the prompt, then 0. At that prompt, press 0. And at that one, press 0 again. So you can blast right through it and immediately get a person. You don't have to stay on hold listening to the information for that long. It actually is a really, really cool application. So give that a download. Epocrates is an online physician's tool. I have some friends who are doctors and they wanted to play around with it on the iPhone, so I let them. This right here is voice memos. This is part of the 3.0 software. And this will come as a standard application, just like iTunes and Calendar, on any of the 3.0 phones. Essentially, it's just an inline recorder. So as I'm talking, you can see that little bar right there move. I'll get closer to it, and you can see it move a little bit more. Go ahead, hit record, and it just records you talking. That's it. Nice and easy. Little red line across the top, letting you know it's recording. Hit the button when you're done. It stops, and it keeps all your files in a hierarchy. It's actually very cool. Go ahead, hit that right there. Let's hit stop rather. There we go. And you're done recording. Go ahead and play it back or whatever you choose. Simple application, but it is very handy. Facebook, it's Facebook integration on your iPhone. iTunes, I don't download much music on the go here. That's why it's on my second page, but there's iTunes. Fieldrunners is a very cool application. It's a couple bucks. It's a simple tower defense game, but a game I play all the time. So let me show you what that looks like real fast, since I can become rather addicted to the game. When I did a video on tap defense, a lot of you recommended this game here, so I decided to give it a download based on your recommendation. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's by Subatomic Studios. I think it's a couple minutes to boot up here. Got some music playing. Hit play. We'll start a new game. You can pick your level. Start. Essentially, these little army guys kind of run across the screen, and you get to put up towers to stop them. And the guys get bigger, they get stronger, different things pop up. and you get different kind of towers you can build. So I'll show you real quickly. I'll put a couple towers here, and I'll do the first level just so you guys can see what it looks like. Alright, so little guys, you're going to see them run across the screen. Essentially, they're trying to get from here to there, and you got to stop them. And now my little guns are killing them. That's it, guys. It's a very simple premise of the game. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. That's called Fieldrunners. So I got Frogger. It's a iPhone adaptation of the classic arcade game. I've got Urbanspoon is very cool. So Urbanspoon, what it does, if you've ever been out with some friends and you say, or out with a girlfriend, can't decide where you want to go for dinner, this takes the decision out of it for you. If you'd like to use your current location, you can hit yes. So you can pick your city, and essentially you give the thing a shake, and it'll tell you what kind of restaurant to go to. So you pick your city, so we'll use Irvine, California. What kind of cuisine you like? Let's say I want to go for Mexican food, so I will lock it. And for price, let's say I'm open on price. Pick up the phone, you give it a shake, and I'll pick a restaurant for you. Javier's Cantina and Grill. I've actually been there, it's delicious. You can get more information on Javier's, and there you go. Call it, read reviews, gives you recommendations. It's just an awesome application. It's a lot of fun. I can be very indecisive about dinner, so it's good to have. Google, this is just a voice search. I did a video on this a while back. You talk into it, you say what you want it to search, and it'll search for you. That's all. It's kind of some simple animations there. On my next screen, Flight Control. This is a game that a few of my friends are really addicted to. I never got that into it very much, but I'll show you what it is real quickly. So essentially what you do, all these planes and helicopters are flying, and you gotta steer them into the landing pad. So we'll turn sounds off. Will it play? So I'll zoom in here just a little bit. There we go. And you'll see like these planes here are coming, you gotta steer it onto the landing pad. And it seems pretty easy, but you get a lot of planes coming at once, and you steer it right onto the landing pad. And you can control their flight pattern, move it around as you want to go, and more planes start coming, and you got to steer all those onto the landing pad. A lot of planes, a lot of landing pads. You also get helicopters that come too. It's a really hard game. My high score is only 17, but I got friends who've gotten up to 300s or 140. Really very impressive. Let's go ahead and zoom out of here a little bit. We've got Texas Hold'em. It actually was one of the first games that Apple released when they first launched the App Store, just a Texas Hold'em game. iMunchies. It's a ridiculous popcorn game. I'll show you what it looks like here. Not even a game, actually. So they updated it a little bit, so you get some tutorials here. Let's start up. Pops popcorn. It looks like real popcorn. I wish it smelled like real popcorn. I could go for some popcorn. In fact, I might make some of this videos over. So what it does is you tap the screen, and you can show your friends. You're digging your finger around in there, pull some out, dump it all out. I had it on an angle, and that's it. Just kind of a simple trick with the iPhone. Can impress your friends with your popcorn app. Let me tell you, I showed my friends, they were not that impressed. So I've got the Kindle app that is I consider a companion to the Kindle ebook reader. I can keep up where I am on some of my newspapers and books on here, although reading lots amount of text on the iPhone is a little straining on the eyes. It's a small screen, I don't recommend it, but it is definitely a nice companion to the Kindle. Monkey Ball was one of the first games that really came out for the iPhone 2 when it was launched. It was one of the ones that Apple highlighted when they were demonstrating the App Store, and you got a little ball with a monkey in it, and you steer it around, and you get to goals. NetShare was an app that was released in the App Store for probably 3 minutes, almost a year ago. It lets you essentially tether this as a modem, which is very handy. Now Playing gives you movie times, Sudoku. This is Ocarina by Smool. I demoed that in a previous video. Lets you blow into the microphone and play an instrument. It's actually really cool. Those guys at Smool have a lot of really neat apps. Their Leaf Trombone app was actually highlighted in the 3.0 conference that Apple had. Pac-Man Lite, that's just Pac-Man, which is awesome. I love Pac-Man. Remote lets you control my iTunes from the phone. Tap Defense, one of my favorite games, another tower defense game. This one's free. Actually, I think I did a whole video on that one. Tris, it is a Tetris game. Spore is Spore for the iPhone. And .tv is a Ustream app, so I can watch my friends and people that I follow use streams, and post questions and comments right from there. And finally, IM Plus Lite for some of the Google Chat that I use. It also has AIM, MSN, ICQ, really anything else you can think of. You can use that as an IM client. And Yahoo Fan, like you guys all know, I'm a big sports guy. This lets me keep track of my Yahoo Fantasy sports teams. I know it's a little bit dorky. I do fantasy sports with some buddies. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, these are all my apps. I'm using a lot of hand gestures. Unfortunately, you guys can't see, so I'm not embarrassing myself. You can see it right here. Hand gestures. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy. This is just it was going to be a short video. It turned out to be pretty long about all the applications that I have on my iPhone. Leave some responses and say what applications you have. What are your favorites? Love to see some video responses. I love to learn some new applications that maybe I don't know about. Share them with the community. For exclusive content, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. I'm going to ask you guys quite often what you think you'd like to see a video on. So if you'd like to have some feedback, be sure to follow me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.